Hello, good morning class 8. Today we will proceed in the chapter 2. Our today's topic is friendly and harmful microbes. In the last class we read about what are the different types of microbes, right? I hope you have read that part. Today we will learn how the microbes are harmful or friendly to us. First we are starting with friendly microbes. So let us see how the microbes are friendly or beneficial to us. From the knowledge of previous classes, you have heard about few microorganisms that are useful to us. Like if I talk about curdling of milk. So certain bacteria is responsible for curdling of milk, right? It helps in conversion of milk into curd. Similarly, in baking industry, like for preparing cake or bread, we need to have yeast powder, which is a fungus, right? Microscopic fungus. So there are certain microorganisms which are helpful to us. Let us see some examples how they are helpful to us. Point number 1. In the preparation of cake, bread, curd. So following are the ways by which microbes help us. For preparing cake, for preparing bread, and also in curdling of milk, we need microorganisms which are friendly to us. Number 2, in alcohol industry. In producing alcohol also we need to use the microbe, that is yeast. Next, some microbes are very beneficial for preparing certain medicines. Point number 4, microbes are helpful to us in cleansing environment. How? As you know that fungus, bacteria, those are saprophytic in nature. Saprophytic organisms which feed on dead and decaying plant and animal body. That is how they clean the environment, right? So microbes also help in cleansing environment. And point number 5, microbes are helpful to us in various stages of agriculture. In the previous chapter, you have learned about the use of nitrogen fixing organisms, right? Nitrogen fixing microorganisms which help in increasing the soil fertility. So they help in increase soil fertility. Okay. So these are overall the ways by which microbes are beneficial to us. Now first we will start with the process called fermentation. Fermentation is the breakdown of large organic molecule into smaller ones in an anaerobic condition. Anaerobic means in absence of oxygen in the environment. The fungus yeast mainly respire by this process. Okay, it survive in an environment which is completely absence of oxygen. Therefore, it respire anaerobically and produces a smaller organic compound called ethyl alcohol or ethanol. So, what is fermentation? The enzymatic breakdown of sugar or glucose and production of alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol, by the fungus yeast is called fermentation, or more accurately it is the alcohol fermentation. Okay, now let us write the chemical steps for this process. First, in the first stage, sugar which is the complex organic molecule or complex carbohydrate. First, it is converted into the simple carbohydrate, two simple carbohydrates, that is glucose and fructose. So all of you open your CW copy. Please write down the classwork and these chemical steps. Sugar, the complex carbohydrate, first it is broken down into two simple carbohydrates, that is glucose and fructose. This process is an enzymatic process. That is, what is enzyme? Enzyme is a certain substance present in the living body which control the rate of reactions, which control every step of biochemical reactions in the body of plants and animals. Therefore, their presence or absence would control the rate of chemical reactions. In this step, the enzyme responsible is known as zymase. Zymase, Z-Y-M-A-S-E. Zymase is the enzyme which convert sugar into glucose and fructose. In the next step, this glucose is converted into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide gas is released in this process. The enzyme responsible is, please write down, glucose converted into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide gas is produced, and this step is controlled by enzyme invertase, INVERTASE, enzyme invertase. Now in this following activity, we can see that how yeast is used in making the dough. What are the materials? Materials required are maida, powdered rice, urad dal mixture, little amount of curd or yeast. Let us see what is the procedure. Take about 100 gram maida in a bowl and mix it with a little warm water and about 30 to 40 gram of curd or little amount of yeast powder. Knead it to a soft dough. Leave it at a warm place around 33 degrees Celsius for about 2 to 3 hours. Then what is the change would be observed in the dough? It would be seen that the maida dough rises up and becomes fluffy. So what is the inference or explanation? The yeast or the bacteria present in curd reproduces rapidly, producing carbon dioxide during respiration. Which type of respiration? It is the anaerobic respiration. Due to release of carbon dioxide, the bubbles of gas fill the dough and make it to rise. So that is how the dough gets fluffy and it is used for making the bread or cake in baking industry. Therefore, these are the commercial uses of yeast or yeast powder. What are they? Number one, in making alcohol from sugar or starch and wine from fruit juices. In activity 2, we will see fermentation of sugar. Materials needed are little amount of sugar, a conical flask and little amount of yeast. First take about 250 ml of water in a conical flask and dissolve 1 tablespoon of sugar in it. After mixing the sugar in the water, add half a spoon of yeast powder to the sugar solution and stir the solution till it is mixed. After that, put a stopper on the flask and allow it to stand for 3 to 4 hours in a warm place. After this time, open the stopper and try to smell the solution. We can observe that the solution smells like alcohol. Therefore, we can conclude that sugar in the presence of yeast undergoes fermentation, producing alcohol. Please write down the chemical reactions for the process. Now we will read about medicinal use of microorganisms, beneficial microorganisms, how they are used in medicine. Under this topic, first we need to know what are antibiotics. Antibiotics are certain chemicals which can inhibit the growth of some other chemicals, some other microorganisms. These chemicals are produced by many microorganisms like fungi, bacteria. Therefore, antibiotics are very useful to kill certain microorganisms but produced by other microorganisms. First antibiotic discovered is penicillin. We already know from our previous knowledge. Penicillin was extracted from fungus Penicillium notatum. Please write down the name. Penicillium notatum. It was discovered by the scientist Alexander Fleming in the year 1929. Please write down. Our next topic is immunization. But before learning immunization, you should have the clear concept of antibiotics. What are antibiotics and how they work? So, as I said, antibiotics are those chemicals which are produced from the body of certain microbes but kill some other microbes. Okay? Some other examples of antibiotics are please write down streptomycin, erythromycin, tetracycline, these are the names of some other types of antibiotics. That's all for this class. See you in the next class.